Okay, welcome back to Heat 60 Hotshot Adventures, working on the 15 Kia Soul. We just did the oil change. You've seen this car before. We've done an oil change video on it. Did the Valvoline Restore and Protect 5W30. Got that done. Put my usual box of genuine Kia oil filters on there. Amazon, you can get a whole pack of them. That's not why we're doing the video. Sort of why we're doing the video. We are doing a catch can. Because, as you know, this is a 2.0 GDI. They like burning their oil. Nothing you can do about it. Some get lucky. So, I've been installing this Evil Energy catch can. So, just for the heck of it, we're going to do this. We're doing the install. I'm putting mine here on the strut tower. I've confirmed that, when I close it, the strut won't hit anything. They do give you some stuff. They give you like this little bracket. They give you a couple hose options, some steel wool, a little thing of directions, a little goodie bag of some hose clamps and such. But, so, install options, I was kind of figuring it out where I could put it. I don't have like a bolt here on the strut tower to come off of. I considered coming off the ground, but I just ended up going there. I've seen some go right here. Here's like your washer fluid, hood bump stop. There's a couple little threaded inserts here. I think they're like M6 or something. You can actually put the can right there, which is fine. But I'm like, for the version I have to unthread it down. I can check the dipstick and whatever, but I'm like, I'm not going to have any room if I did that here to unscrew the bottle, get it out, and not spill any for servicing. So this wasn't going to work for me. I thought about maybe trying to mount it back in here, but again, servicing it was going to be difficult, and I didn't want to add any more difficulty to an already difficult car to work on some days. Anyways, so this is the out. This is the hose it came with, barely long enough. So I'm going to route it here, right behind the cluster, because this is when you sit the plastic back on. I want the hoses to come out here. So it has to sit right here, just below. So if it sits up here, it kind of hits. So it's got to be like right about there. And then there's like a couple little bolt holes, tabs. So I'm going to zip tie the hoses to there. So to do that, you got to take off the original one. Here is PCV. Here's your hose, routes down and around, goes into the engine. This one, easy. This one, difficult. This one's going to be where most of your time is spent unofficially. So to do it, you have no choice but to take off this piece right here that goes from your air filter housing to your throttle body right there. So when it's in there, got to get off this one. You can use a 10 or a Phillips. Same down here, 10 or a Phillips. I just use a long Phillips. Pop it off. Now you can get down in here and get in behind here, because in my case, when they installed this dumb pinch clamp, I hate these things. They installed it in such a way you had to do this. You had to be able to get in here, right here, where that would be, to get a pair of needle nose to get this clamp and fight with it. And then once that's free, I had to use a screwdriver right here, and I just kind of stuck it there and kind of pried it until, carefully of course, because it's all plastic, until you can get it to pop off. And then there you go, it's popped off. So that's done. This one is, your PCV into your intake. So in my case, that is my out, I do believe. Right? Maybe it's my in. So anyways, I'll have to double check that. I watched somebody said something about that was my inlet. And then this was my out. I'll have to double check and see which way is which. But I have to get back to you on that because I don't want to lead you wrong. Alright, in continuation of the video here. So we got from the PCV valve, as we showed in the last clip. Here's the original. Went from there to here. What you will also notice is the intake side is much bigger than the PCV side. So 3/8 versus 5/8 basically. And I'm not sure exactly what size that piece of hose is. I think this was like it's an older piece of hose I'd laying around. I think it's 5/8. So PCV side, ran it here, went to the in, because this is where your fumes will be, your oil fumes, etc. That's going to be going to the inside. That's that's your fumes, the ugly. And then your out is supposed to be the clean air going back into the intake here. I got the boot back on from the air filter to the throttle body. I just have to tighten that down real quick. So yeah, this is the EVO oil catch can install. I just used you can't really see it. I used a number 12 self-tapping screw. Just zipped it in there. Is it tight? No, it moves a tiny bit, but you're not holding much. It's like, it's a few ounces. It doesn't weigh much. So I didn't feel it needed, a whole fabrication deal. But yeah, so this is how the routing looks right now. Threw a zip tie on there. I know I was gonna zip tie this stuff here, but it's in there tight enough. I'm not bothering with it. It's not gonna go anywhere or vibrate anywhere. This is how I did the routing around there. It's a pretty good bend. Originally, I thought about going all the way around the back side, come all the way around here, but I didn't like the way it kind of came in. Whichever way you want. There's no right or wrong. It's just an oil catch can. It's just supposed to catch condensation, oil vapors, so instead of it going back into the engine and gunking up, getting carbon inside, it's supposed to help, supposedly, get it all running cleaner. Why doesn't the manufacturer do this? Because it's an added cost. And instead of spending money on performance upgrades and stuff like that, they do creature comforts. They throw a whole bunch of heated seats, heated steering wheel, all that electronics inside. They don't spend nearly enough money on the engineering of the engines to get them to last for any reasonable amount of time. Due to we live in a throwaway world, most people don't keep their vehicles as long as others. Everything I own, this is just turned 90,000 miles. All my vehicles have hundreds of thousands on them. I just do maintenance on them, keep up on them. Stuff happens, nothing you can do about it. There's no brand really better than the other. They all got their problems. So, I'm rambling, but that was a catch can install. Any questions, I will do my best to answer them. I am not, super knowledgeable. Just went on some YouTube videos and some forums. And I'm assuming I installed it correctly here. Best I can figure. Catch you guys later.